So, hello and welcome to the VSCC Virtual Touring Car Championship here on Project Cars 2. This race is round 4 at Bannochbrae, November 29th. This round actually being quite special. We will get onto that once we run down how the series works. My name is Husky and I'll be with you for the coverage of today's race here at Bannochbrae. Quite a tricky street circuit, if my memory of Project Cars 2 actually serves me correctly. My first race commentating with these guys, as with every other race I've commentated so far, I am sure this one is going to give me a lot to be shouting about. So, VTCC running here with the AM server. Quite a few good drivers I hear. If we have a quick gander at the points, you'll notice that I think I've got the wrong points. Whoops. Have I got the wrong points or have I got the correct points? Okay, I have the wrong points. For some very obscure reason, it didn't save it properly. Most of this is in the same place, it's just a little bit different. So I will quickly run through. I don't know why this has happened actually, because I put all my stream assets in earlier today. Very confusing. In first, as it says on the screen, is JP McKinley for Celtic Bromance at 134 points. Following after him is Kiki Mack with 115 points. I'm not sure if... Okay, that's very strange that I've got the wrong one there. After Kiki Mack in P3 is Finley Swarbrick for Pulse Sims Sport on 114 points. Sorry. Following him is Chris Callahan. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not very great with names. For Falcon Racing at 94. Following after is Andrew Whitehead for Boosted Motorsport at 88. In P6 is Carl Alden for Go For It Racing at 80 points. Following him in P7 is Mark Williams, McRae Williams, names, I apologise, I will slowly start to get them, at 76 points. In P8 is Harry Quinn for Pulse Sim Sport, the other Pulse Sim Sport car, on 66. Brian Zimmerman follows soon after for the Alliance at 58 points. And rounding off the top 10 is Matt Webb for Falcon Racing at 55 points. Here are the cars that we will be looking out for today in our spotter's guide. I think that's all of them. I'm not 100% sure. You can see at the top we have Matt Beers there in the BMW. The two Celtic Bromance cars, number 7 and number 77, Kiki Mack and JP McKinley. Both drivers to look out for today. With the big story of the season so far being Swarbrick versus the Celtic Romance teammates. We expect that there's going to be quite a strong showing for them for the top 3. That's Finley Swarbrick against Kiki Mack and JP McKinley. Callahan and Whitehead are also still in contention for this championship, but they really need to finish ahead of McKinley tonight to stay in that fight for the title here. So, Bannochbrae, I'm not sure if we're heading track yet. I think we are. I think I need to vote start us, so I will. If you are curious about watching the streams from onboard, we have Finley Swarbrick there, twitch.tv/doodlepleb. Kev Straw, I think, is one of our ones in AM as well, facebook.com/monochrome racing. And Kiki Mack, one of the Celtic Bromance drivers, youtube.com/Kiki Mack. Aaron Large, I believe, is in the Pro League for his onboard, but we'll give him a mention anyway. Twitch.tv/DiscoverVR. Now, regularly, and I'll quickly run through this as I'll do it every time we're at a race. Regularly, this is a touring car series for Project Cars 2. That has not changed tonight. 8 events over 11 weeks, spanning from November to January. Each race, excluding this one, has 3 15-minute races per event. The Pro and the AM class are split up. Pretty standard nowadays, I believe, in sim racing when you have bigger leagues, it makes closer racing. Live stream and commentary coverage at every event. Hello! Now, this round here, if I can just quickly get my notes up, because I have misplaced my notebook and I'm actually really missing it. So, this race at Bannochbrae round 4 is a 20-minute qualification followed by a 20-lap race with 1 mandatory pit stop. Damage for this race has been turned off today, however. I think this is just due to how the track is. It's sort of very tight. We will see as we are now going down to track here. So if I turn on my audio, here we are. We are currently watching on Callahan. Here, the number 49 Fulcrum Racing machine. So as you can see, the track is very tight. Someone's already round there. So here's one driver that we are going to be looking at today, Kiki Mack, the number 77 Celtic Bromance car. Very, very up there in championship contention, along with his teammate in the number 7 car, as he has a bit of a spin there coming off of the motorway style thing, I suppose. I suppose it's a motorway, sort of A road, B road. This track is very interesting. If we run, there you go. If we run a lap or two on Kiki Mack, you'll notice that there are a lot of bumps here. Also notice that due to this just being a public road, it's not smooth, it's not flat, and in reality, it's not built for racing. This means drivers are going to have to look quite long and hard about where they go for their moves, as the tightness and the bumps as well seem like they'd be quite easy to unsettle the car, especially if you go for a move where the car isn't fit for it. Here, as we now run up into the town of Bannochbrae, I believe it is. Yep. Very tight chicane here, have to skip over both of the curbs. If someone goes too wide there tonight, I will be very surprised. Then we're on this final sort of windy downhill section. This turn here, very, very, very deadly for the tyres as you come out onto the bridge. No runoff whatsoever on this track, really. Some bits have grass, but if you're going full speed, especially this section here, you are just in that wall. As Kiki Mack gets some airtime there. I'm sure we'll be seeing some of that today. As drivers get... Ooh. As Kiki Mack goes into the wall. Remember, damage is off for this race just because of the kind of race that this is here today. And honestly, I can't really blame the organisers for turning damage off. This track, if damage was on, it would be a battle of attrition, quite easily a battle of attrition. As we look at Mark Holmes. Yeah, I'm just going to get my own spotters guide up. This being my first race with this league, I'm not 100% sure who the 18 drivers are and what teams they are for. I'm just going to quickly throw it up, so then I can help myself to help bring you guys better content. Here we go. The phone does not want to play ball today. I know, I'm a streamer who doesn't have a second screen. How surprising that might be. So, Mark Holmes for Ambition Racing. Currently, I think, out of the top 10. Yeah, currently out of the top 10. Not 100% sure where, because I don't have the extended championship standings to hand. Trev Hummer, having put in the first lap For Spartan Motorsport, number 13 car there. You can see the quite large number 13 sticker. First lap being a 2:44.057. I'm not sure how the speed is. It might be good, it might not be. I'm not sure as he takes to the wall a little bit there. We will see the times starting to tumble back in as we have Sienna Viper, another one of the BMWs. I believe that's the number 12 machine. I'll get a little bit of an update on that if I can see the number. That is number 12 machine. That'll be Adam Davies. The camera's not going to want to play ball here, is it? Yep, number 12 machine, so that's Adam Davies there, racing for Team Viper. I'm guessing that's why it's called Team Viper. We also have Carl Adlin. I am going to have to quickly take a 5-minute intermission. I will leave the camera going around as I have literally just been asked to attend to something in the real world. One moment, please. Okay, and we are back from that minor intermission. I got called to the family because they're having some slight issues. We got 4.5-ish minutes remaining. The current standings are as follows: Chris Callahan, followed by JP McKinley. After him, we have McRae Williams, Kiki Mack, the Celtic Bromance number 77 car. Alice Hughes there for TCS Motorsport, the number 4 machine. In P6, Trev Hummer, who is driving for the Spartan Motorsport number 13 car. Following him is Chaos Bax 5. Not sure who he is, to be honest. In P8, we have Kev Straw driving for the Bannochbrae Racing number 21 car. In the pits is S. Morty, or Morton, the number 16 Falcon Race Machine. Sean Morton. Mark Holmes there, the number 15 Ambition Racing BMW in P11. P12, Byron Zimmerman for the Alliance, number 48 machine. Oh, as Adam Davies just goes into P12. P14, Tobias Eriksson, taking a little bit of air there. Log Garside. We'll have to wait until I get alongside of that car. That is David Garside, the Mistral Motorsport number 44 machine. Andrew Whitehead in P16 for Boosted Motorsport. Probably my favourite livery out of the grid so far. I quite like it. It's got a nice use of colours. Actually going 2 wide with someone there as he goes into P7. So the ones to watch being the 2 Celtic Bromance brothers, JP McKinley and Kiki Mack, the number 7 and 77 car respectively. The other vehicle to watch is Swarbrick as well, Finley Swarbrick. See if we can find that's McRae Williams. Finley, Carl Adlan, Whitehead, Zimmerman, Trev Hummer, Matt Webb, Adam Bent. I'll find him eventually. S. Morty, Kev Straw, Ericsson. Is he actually in today's race? A Pulse Sim Sport car for number 95. No, not actually 100% sure if he's here tonight. We are going to be looking through, so I can find him. Oh, Carl Allen there, very planted vehicle. Andrew Whitehead. Zimmerman. There's a cobblestone wall there, mate. Trev Hummer. White car. Kev Straw. Tobias Eriksson. One of the default livery vehicles. Morty. Mark Holmes, Sienna Viper, well, Garside, that would be Garside, number 44 machine, Adam Bent, got a 233, the number 69 machine, very striking green and blue livery there, Full Send Racing, and Matt Webb in P18 having not set a lap. So, provisional in P1 is Chris Callahan, followed by Alice Hughes. In P2, P3, McRae Williams. P4, Kiki Mack. P5, JP McKinley. P6, Andrew Whitehead. P7, Carl Alden. P8, Byron Zimmerman. P9, Trev Hummer. In 10th is Chaos Bax 5. Still not sure who he is. In P11 is Kev Straw. P12, Tobias Eriksson. P13 is Morton. P14 is Mark Holmes. P15 is Adam Davies. P16 is Garside. P17 is Adam Bent. And still having yet complete a lap is Matt Webb. We'll see where he comes in. As Kiki Mack tops the table with a lap that was only 0.001 faster than Callahan. What a lap. That moves Kiki Mack up to P1. And Matt Webb comes across the line. Where does it put him? P7. Whoops. I just knocked over my drink. So, for viewers who are new to this series, as I am, this race is a special one. 20 laps, which should take approximately 50 minutes. As we're just going to let the qualifying complete, I can cool down. Okay. So here we are, back again, hopefully no more distractions for today. First, Kiki Mack, followed by Chris Callahan, Alice Hughes, McRae Williams, JP McKinley, Andrew Whitehead, Matt Webb, Trev Hummer, Carl Adlin, Byron Zimmerman, Chaos Max 5, Kev Straw, Mark Holmes, Tobias Eriksson, Adam Davies, Morton, Garside, Adam Bent, and who rounds off the grid for today's race. So the ones to watch today apparently are going to be the two Celtic Bromance brothers, teammates, brothers, however you want to say it. It's completely up to the person. The other two drivers to watch are Callahan and also Whitehead. They are in the... Once my thingy loads. The Boosted Motorsport number 40 car. And also the number 49 Falcon Racing vehicle, starting in P2 and P6 respectively. Oh, you absolute bugger of a game. Oh! Project Cars 2 just broke out for me. That's great. Oh, the one thing I didn't want to happen, PC2, and you did it. The one thing that I didn't want to occur. as PC2 to do the same thing it used to do when I played this game, of kicking out of the lobby, sitting on, you know, a coin flip, and it did it again. Don't you love technology? So here we are on the grid for today's race. Kiki Mack there lining up in P1, Callahan alongside him, with Alice Hughes behind. That makes our top three. After him is McRae Williams making up the top four, with his Celtic Romance teammate, with JP McKinley behind, with the boosted motorsport BMW driven by Whitehead following after him. So here we go. Getting ready, we are sinking. And away we go! Drivers there getting off the line quite well. This is, however, quite a tricky circuit, as someone's gone round at the back. Oh, a big collision occurred there. A car's on top of another car. Looks like Zimmerman, Matt Webb, and Garside were caught up in it. Quite a lot of drivers now as we head back to the front of the grid. As I expected, however, drama here as Andrew Whitehead is now in P7. He's trying to chase up the back of JP McKinley, 0.3 seconds behind, taking a look, not quite. Pulling it up as a battle ahead by the look of it between McRae Williams, who gets overtaken by Trev Hummer. JP McKinley's coming up behind him now as well. I don't know if he got a little bit out of shape on the turn, because it looked like that number 13 BMW just caught up very quickly. Oh, as McRae Williams also hits the wall, which is going to allow McKinley to slide through. Is it going to allow Whitehead to slide through as well? As they come now to the left-hander that leads towards the run to the town. Yes, he is. Gets very sideways. Both cars hit the wall there. But it looks like Andrew Whitehead didn't lose much time at all, as JP McKinley's gone off. Oh, he did. I didn't quite catch that. I'm not sure what happened, but he is in the wall now. It just moved Andrew Whitehead up to P5. Kiki Mack is in the lead as well. Now, as he's going to... Ooh, is he going to assault the inside there as we head down to the hill section? He is. He hasn't got the move quite done. Gets the front tap, puts it in the wall, which allows McRae Williams to slide past. He made the attempt there from the inside, but looked like the BMW's... Yep, and Trev Hummer there smacks the wall as they get air. Another two drivers. McKinley goes round again. McRae Williams goes round, collects Whitehead, and also collects Carl Holden. As another car gets collected down there, it's quite a big pile up. McKinley gets through. More collisions there. I think either 6 or 7 cars were caught up in that one. Oh, as the jump seems to have taken quite a few casualties as well. Matt Webb's in there. I think that's Gala. Yep, the number 44 car is caught up in that as well. Zimmerman looked to be caught up in that too. Here is Adam Davies on the back of Trev Hummer. Kiki Mack has dropped down to P2 as well. That must have occurred earlier. So he's now chasing down Callahan. Ooh, a nice 1-2 battle occurring. Here as we switch back to Carl Alden. Going too wide with Adam Bent. Oh, gets back very loose. Round he goes over the bridge. Adam Bent waited for that mistake. And got through quite happily. Here's McRae Williams on the back of JP McKinley. Oh, as Alden goes around again, makes a quite big collision. Adam Davies caught up in that. Looked like Ericsson was caught up in that as well. Byron Zimmerman caught up too. I think also there were two other cars I think that I saw that got caught up in it, but I'm not 100% sure who they were. This race already has been a very large battle of attrition here as McRae Williams has been overtaken by Kiki Mack. He's going to be chasing up the back of him now. Matt Webb as they come into the chicane with Kev Straw ahead. Seems to lose time. Kev Straw with Holmes in front. Goes down the inside. What a move. Looked like he had to get some counter steer on that. He's now on the back of Chaos Backs 5, who defends the inside from him. Are all of them going to get out pretty well? They are, but it looks like Straw had a better run across the bridge. He did. Not sure if Chaos Backs 5 hit the wall. It might be. He was going slow out of the corner as we go over the jump. Driver's now applying some brake. I think a few of them getting straight as Straw gets hit by Chaos Backs, who goes all the way around. Straw manages to hold it. Someone's in the pit. Alice Hughes taking her required pit stop on lap 3 maybe. This means that all drivers have to do is go in. I think they have to stop in their pit box as well to make the game count. It can't be a drive-through. So one required pit stop this race. We'll see how that brings her out. As the lead has changed again. Kiki Mack on Callahan. Callahan is still up behind about a 2/10 of a second as they come down now through this bumpy left-hander as they're going to head under the bridge and up towards Bannochbrae town. Here we go. Callahan's having a look. Kiki Mack get a bad exit. It looks like it as Callahan taps the wall. That might bleed some speed off. Not sure. Callahan does make the move happen though. We'll see how Kiki Mack responds as P17 and 18 go into the pit as well. So two more drivers taking their required pit stop. That is Mark Holmes and Garside. McRae Williams still chasing the back of JP McKinley. As Andrew Whitehead has gone round, gets a tap on the front there by McRae Williams, I believe, before the car ghosted. Got a big bundle. Oh, it's a collision. Oh, Adam Davies going flying there with a little bit of lag. I'm not sure how that began, but definitely something happened there. Not sure if it was driver error or racing incident. Not 100% sure as we're going to cut back to the battle for the lead. Kiki Mack on the back of Callahan. Here's 0.4 seconds, 4 tenths behind. But 4 tenths, as I've learnt in touring car, isn't too far really. Nor is 3 tenths in reality. You're going to get that gap down. There's a 15.7 or 16 second gap behind Kiki Mack to JP McKinley, his teammate. Ooh, as Kiki Mack gets a little bit sideways. Looks like he got a little bit out of shape during those first corners of here, this lap here. And Garside has retired as well. Oh, Matt Webb has acquired a time penalty for track limits. Not sure how long that is, but that's going to go against his finishing time at the end of the race. The gap between Kiki Mack and Callahan has gone to 1 second, with the gap between Kiki Mack and JP McKinley being 14 seconds now. We'll switch back to P9 and 10. Have we had another car accident? Not too sure. Oh, here we see Adam Davies on the back of Chaos Backs 5. 0.6, 0.7 gap. Not sure how these cars stack up against each other. Oh, as Chaos Max 5 goes around, gets pushed out the way there by Adam Davies. That's someone else around. That is Carl Alden going around again. Here is Adam Bent in the number 65 machine for full send racing. Goes for a send out the outside. Uses the wall as a turning mechanism. Not sure what that's meant to achieve, but the attempt is made at least. And Craig Williams still on the back of JP McKinley. Both cars getting quite sideways. Not sure who came out of that one worse. We gotta head over the jump. Ooh. See, when I started, I didn't think these cars would be, like, too... I don't think they'd be fast enough, really, to, make the jump, but they seem to be. We're on the back of Kiki Mack again, under a second, almost, well, about a second gap between him and Callahan. But now we're going to look at the battle for P9 between Kev Straw and Adam Ben. Oh, Adam Ben, we get a little bit of a wall tap there. Nice to meet the wall. I mean, both drivers seem to get quite... what's the word? They seem to get quite unstable over the jump. As fastest sector 3 has been set by Andrew Whitehead in the boosted motorsport BMW. Here's Adam Bent, full send racing. He is sending it around this track here, having cut that gap down again to about a 10th, very much on the back there. Gets the back quite loose, manages to catch the wall to stabilise himself. But the gap has now dropped to 1.4, 1.2, around 1.2 to 1.4 seconds. Here's Kiki Mack still on the back of Callahan. These drivers have been very close together today. Oh, as Adam Bent is on the back of Kev Straw again. I'll tell you something, Adam Bent is really pushing this car. To go from 1.4 back down to, you know, he cut the gap down by a second. I'm not sure if that was a crash, as Byron Zimmerman gets the time penalty for track limits on the race feed. You get to see that. Is Adam Bent going to be able to make the move through Bannochbrae town, or is he going to hold back and wait until after the jump or before the jump? Oh, as both cars hit the wall. It looks like they both stagnated in how they came off there. Here we go. Yeah, Adam not looking through there. Takes a lot of curb. As an update, Ericsson and Viper have moved up to 13th and 12th. Sorry, Ericsson and Adam Davies. Here we go into the downhill, left-right. Yeah, it is left-right. Yeah, I just had to visualise that in my head there for a second. Gap has dropped down again. Let's see how they go over the jump. Oh, taking a bit of grass, going very fast and loose. Adam Bent looks like he gets a better line through there. Ooh, we're going to switch the battle for P15. Alder and Chaos Max 5. It'll probably remind me of who he is. I'll probably be reminded of who this person is at the end of the race. I'm sorry. I'm not 100% knowledgeable of the drivers in this series as yet, so I just go off of the spotter's guide and the names that I get. Here we see Carl Alden and Chaos Max 5 about to head over the jump. 1, 2. Oh, Chaos Max 5 takes both walls there. Adam Davies around the back of Tobias Ericsson. Oh, maybe not. Nope. Both cars too wide into T1 we go. Kiki Mack has taken the lead. Adam Davies has gotten the move done. McRae Williams, almost taking that gate, that fence post there. Still on the back of JP McKinley. Driver in the pits. Drove Hummer. Been in. Is he having work done? He is. Brand new tyres? No. Maybe. I'm not sure. No. The crew were just faking me out there. Don't you love it when pit crews do that? Airspacks 5. He's somewhere there. Adam Bent having gotten past. I think. Where's Kev Straw? No, Kev Straw having moved up. See, Adam Bent now on the back of Byron Zimmerman. As Adam Bent collects the wall. McRae Williams still looking on the back of JP McKinley. 0.8, 0.7. Both in the McGann, I believe that is. So, the only bit that really comes into play here is the setup and the driver. This is the joy about comparing drivers who are in the same car is much more of a direct comparison as opposed to, you know, for example, Kiki Mack and Adam and Whitehead as well. It's, well, you know, you can judge how they are in their own cars. There is differences between the cars and how they handle, how they drive, the top speed, the acceleration, the cornering, etc., etc. Here, though, you need a car that is very happy over bumps. Oh, as McRae Williams has cut that gap down to 0.3233. Oh, he could look for a move here if he keeps it consistent. Oh, JP McKinley got the back a bit loose there. 0.1. Here we go. Is he going to look for the move? JP McKinley defending the inside. The gap having extended a little bit. Is one of the drivers going to take to the fence post? No. Craig Williams, only 3 tenths behind, gets a bit of a lock-up, I think he does. One of them does at least. As Adam Bent is taking a pit stop. That is the number 15 Ambition Racing BMW of Mark Holmes there, stopping for lap traffic. He's in P16. Sorry, pulling over to let himself be lapped. Looks like the battle between McRae Williams and JP McKinley is going to stagnate for just a little while longer. Because here we have Kev Straw on the back of Byron Zimmerman. Adam Bent has pitted as well, I believe, down in P15. Either that or he's had a crack. Could be one of either. That gap's extended. I'm not sure if Kev Straw's car has had an issue, so we're going to smack back now to the fight between McRae Williams and JP McKinley. JP McKinley still 13 seconds behind Callahan, who's 4 seconds now, 3.5, almost 4 seconds, now almost 3 seconds behind Kiki Mack, as we're in lap 8 out of 20, not even at the halfway point yet, and this has been a fight. Here we go, 0.2, 2 tenths behind JP McKinley as McRae Williams, 3 tenths now. That's going to cut down again. Is he going to look for the move? I think he is. McKinley trying to defend the inside over the bridge. Can't really take too much of an inside line there, entering at the inside anyway, because it's quite a tight corner from the look that we saw there. Actually, quite deceptive as well. Oh, as we get a little bit of desync. As Matt Webb is on the back of Alice Hughes. Alice Hughes having taken a pit stop already. I'm not sure if Matt Webb has. Possibility. Adam Bent making his way up the order in P14 now. I think the top 5, I think, have yet to pit. If drivers will just be going for a stop and go, or if they'll be going the full 9 yards and going for tyres as well, remains to be seen. Alder has gone into the pit there in P15. Ray Williams still on the back of JP McKinley. This is definitely two drivers that are pushing their cars, and I don't think either of them want to let up. As this is the battle for the final podium position that seems open right now. However, it could all change when those pit stops start to come in. Williams went for a look on the inside, on the outside, but thought better of it, tucking back into the slipstream of the fellow McGann of JP McKinley. Look how much rear they're letting slide through T1. And T2 very tight. We actually lose camera on them for a second while it switches back, so we don't know if there's a collision through there until we see the other side. Definitely Summit. Is that Whitehead taking his pit stop? Yes, it is. Number 40 boosted motorsport with Whitehead. He's already pitted today, I think. Has he? Or hasn't he? I thought I saw him pit. If not, he has taken his pit stop now. We cut back to the battle. McKinley versus McRae Williams. Matt Webb versus Alice Hughes. The top two seem pretty safe right now. McKinley up in P1, 3 seconds ahead of P2 of Callahan, and then 15, almost 16 seconds ahead of his teammate, who's down in P3. Oh, as Alice Hughes gets them back out there, not sure if they collected the wall or not. That's going to open up the door to Matt Webb, I think. Is it? That's going to be the question. Not yet, not sure if Matt Webb got a bad exit as well, or if he just let off a little bit for Alice Hughes ahead. Gap increasing as a thing. Webb hits the grass there a little bit of the rear tyre out of the corner. No one collects the wall, that's always a good sign. Because I believe ahead as well. McRae Williams has had a collision. The gap has increased quite heavily, about 2 seconds now between him and JP McKinley. Could have been a car accident that's occurred there. SBX5 have taken their pit stop. Almost comes out into the traffic of one of the Chris Callahan, that was. That could have been saying as Hughes is coming up to the number 15 Ambition Racing Mark Holmes vehicle. As McRae Williams has gone into the pit. Oh, the camera is having fun there. Oh, thank you, camera. You are having a lot of fun there. As you can see, that very anime livery that this driver is running. I'm not sure what anime. I'm sure someone who likes anime will be shouting at me through their monitor at this point in time. As Matt Webb comes in for a pit stop, so I'm guessing he's taking his the first pit stop. Here is our leader, Kiki Mack. 5.5 seconds ahead of P2 and Chris Callahan. Yet to take a pit stop, I believe. Someone else retired as well. I'm not sure who. I apologise for missing that one. Oh, Zimmerman comes into the pit. Is he going to get out before Morty? I don't think so. I think Morty is going to be Let go for, and yet Morty goes out of the pit as Zimmerman comes in. I don't think Morty had any work happen. Here's Zimmerman. Adam Davies getting past both drivers who have gone into the pits. I believe Davies has already had their pit stop. I'm not 100% sure. Here is Zimmerman. Is that, yeah, that is Tobias Eriksson behind there, catching up on Byron Zimmerman. JP McKinley still running P3, yet to take his pit stop as well, I believe. 11 seconds to Chris Callahan, 31 seconds, 32 seconds now between him and Alice Hughes. But at this current moment in time, I think the top three are rather safe. However, as with everything in motorsport, you never know until it's over. Kev Straw has taken his pit stop. Is that JP McKinley coming up behind? Salam him? It is indeed. As we are now over the halfway point of the race, lap 11. It's going to be interesting to see where our leaders pit. Because remember, Alice Hughes, has from a TV show, Maria Hughes, and I can't remember what one. Hughes has taken the pit stop already. I think the top three have yet to take the pit stop. McRae Williams has also taken his pit stop as well. So, technically, McRae Williams is a pit stop in hand on the top three, but can he make it? No real huge battles occurring here. Inside is Carl Alden. The number 9 McGann. Well, popular car, that the McGann actually. In Chaos Packs 5. They need full white McGann. Andrew Whitehead, the boost in Motorsport BMW. Been one to watch this race. I think has had probably some quite bad luck today, actually. Being involved in a fair few incidents already. Having a spin, he got tapped, I think, as well. Being caught up in the first lap across bridge incident as well. Here is Callahan, taking a bit of grass there. Ooh, you can just see he would have been in the view of, Kikumak would have been in the view of Callahan there as he came into the downhill left-right. And over the jump. And the down gets a bit of a bounce, takes some grass, rear comes out a little bit, tries to catch the apex across the bridge. And someone else has taken the pit stop, that is Adam Davies, so I believe that is his required pit stop now. Let's see, is Kikumak pitting in yet? No, he isn't. On to lap 12 we go. Entering into lap 12 now is our leader, following soon after being Chris Callahan. As Adam Davies comes out the pits, JP McKinley running down to the pit start finish line. I think he's going to be, Davies is going to collect him. No, it might just be a little bit ahead. Yep, there's one other driver. Oh, I think it's KX 5, it is indeed, who has a bit of wall in quite an unusual place, I think. Here is our current race leader in Kiki Mack. Adam Bent has also moved up to P11. Now got a 4 second gap to cut down between himself and Tobias Eriksson. Here is Tobias Eriksson. The number 99 placeholder livery. Oh no, sorry, that is actually it's team's livery. I apologise. He is driving for Team K4TO. I think that's his livery anyway. Didn't spot his guide, so I'm expecting so. Oh, Byron Zimmerman on the back of Morton. Oh, Morton taking some wall. That's going to get him out of shape as they go over the bridge. I think Zimmerman takes a bit of wall as well. Fairly cut and dry move, I think. Yeah. That just allows Byron Zimmerman to pass Morton as well, hitting the wall again. Over the jump they go. Geeky Mac coming into downhill. There's Adam Bent ahead as well, about to be lapped. Whoa, what a race so far. Now starting to calm down a little bit, I believe. Ooh, as Geeky Mac gets a little bit of rear out there. McRae Williams has got a time penalty for track limits. That's not going to be something he's wanted. As Morton comes into the pits. Are the race leaders going to follow? Tobias Eriksson also comes into the pits as well. Geeky Mac does not follow suit going into the pits. What about Chris Callahan? Nope, stays out. The teammate and JP McKinley. As we're now on lap 12. No, stays out as well. Alice Hughes having already completed their pit stop. On the track, over the jump. So the top three is still the same as it was a minute ago. Geeky Mac, followed by Callahan, followed by JP McKinley. So Chaos Back's 5 on the back of Tobias Eriksson. Both drivers getting very loose there out of T2. I think Eriksson came off worse, however. We see our teammate Geeky Mac. Tobias Eriksson still chasing down the back of Chaos Back's 5. I'm just going to call Chaos Backs from now on, because the 5 is very much a flying throat. There's Alice Hughes, P4, still a pit stop in hand, I believe. JP McKinley, Celtic Romance Cup. I believe that is Morton ahead. Yeah, it is. Better for his teammate if he doesn't get a position. I think he might be having some troubles with the car. Might be tyre wear, might just be the car. He seems to be taking some lines that are quite out there. Geeky Mac now coming over the first crest and then over the jump. Boing. Yes, both cars get very bouncy. Adam Bent behind as well. Byron Zimmerman has also just achieved a time penalty for track limits. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure how you cut bits on this track. There's not a lot of track to cut. Geeky Mac staying out for another lap as we head into lap 13. No game, I do not want to leave the server. Andrew Whitehead. So, currently, P1, Geeky Mac, followed by Chris Callahan in P2. Following after him, JP McKinley, the number 7 Celtic Romance car, P3. Alice Hughes, P4. In 5th is McRae Williams, having achieved a time penalty today. P6, Matt Webb in the number 17 machine. P7, Andrew Whitehead in the number 40 Boosted Motorsport BMW. In P8 is Byron Zimmerman, another driver with a time penalty. P9, Adam Bent for Full Send Racing. P10, Adam Davies in the Team Viper Racing. Morton in P11. At this minute in time, however, he has got Chaos Backs 5 behind, bearing down. Only about a second between them. Tobias Eriksson in P13. P14, Kev Straw. P15, Carl Alden. And P16, Mark Holm. 2 drivers have retired so far this race as well. Morton has moved up to P10 apparently. I'm not really sure. I think Adam Davies got a bit loose. Tobias Eriksson sort of coming onto the back now. 0.5. 0.4. Gonna have a send. No, he's not. Sits back for a little bit. Gives the wall a tap. Not sure how bad that makes him come off. The gap is sort of stagnating now. It's increasing a little bit. Chaos Backs 5 on the back of Morton. Mark Holmes has been blue flagged. Apparently on lap 14. Not sure what one of those is correct. It's either lap 13 or 14. I'm not sure what one's correct. Oh, as Morton goes very loose there, takes a tap. That allows Kesbach's 5 to go through. And that leaves the door wide open for Adam Davies. The Viper Racing BMW. Over the jump they go. One car gets more air than the other. That was Morton. Not sure if Davies deliberately slowed down a little bit there just to try and get the car to stay on the floor. Mark Holmes has gotten a time penalty. JP McKinley has gotten a time penalty as well. Oh dear, as this bit of texture bugging occurs. And Davies moving through up to the position. P11 now. Going to be looking on the back of KSBAX 5. As here's Kiki Mack, lap 15. So I think my lap thing was just one lap wrong. Not sure if he's taken his pit stop yet. There is a mandatory pit stop, however, I believe, unless that has been scrapped and I didn't know about it. Ray Williams now on the back of Alice Hughes, 0.9 about a second. Ericsson has moved up to P12. Morton's moved up to P11. And Adam Davies has moved up to P10. Ooh, McRae Williams there. Took a bit too much grass. The car went round. Actually, talking about while I'm here, well, in a bit of downtime when there's not a battle happening, really. When I first put my ad out for commentary, I was approached by a few leagues, actually, and a few like one-off races, and some series, I won't mention any names, some series were a bit touchy about crashes being shown. And I get that you want to come across as professional as possible, but sometimes in motorsport, sim or the real world, crashes do occur. I mean, in the real world, we had Ramon Grosjean's crash today. Very good work by him to walk away with only really the minor injuries he had. I think a broken wrist, a suspected broken rib, and some burns to his hands as well. That's quite a feat to come away from a crash like that with that. But in the sim world as well. Especially in this world here of semi-pro, casual, or professional, depending on how you class it. For each driver, the mentality almost is the same. That you want to be, as fast as possible. And collisions can, even small collisions, not every driver is the same. Could really shatter the self-esteem and the relaxation of drivers. In sprint races, it's not as pivotal to relax as quickly as, well, it is quite pivotal to relax as quickly as possible and get your head down. In endurance racing, it's not as pivotal to relax down quickly, but the quicker you can do it, the better. It's always something interesting here. Lap 16 for our leader, Kiki Mack. Kev is apparently in a battle with KSBAX 5. What? Top 3 remains unchanged at this current moment in time. As Alice Hughes heads into lap 16. Lap 16 has begun. There's also apparently in a battle. Here, it might be a battle. Yep, KSBAX 5 on the back of Tobias Ericsson. Both of them taking the wall, I think. I think I saw sparks from both cars. We'll come back to that one. Adam Bent has got the time penalty for track limits. Currently in P9. Here's Kiki Mack coming up into Bannochbrae Town. Someone there by the side of the track, jumping up and down quite heavily. After the race as well, for the top 3, if they want it, that is, interviews will occur. Entirely up to the driver if they want to come and partake in an interview. It would be nice if they do. And over the jump. This will be one of 4 more times he'll have to come over the jump. Bounce, bounce, bounce. I'm sure that suspension is absolutely screaming as it goes over those bumps. So Kiki Mack, almost 8 seconds ahead of Chris Callahan. Comes across the line to start lap 17 of 20. Gap has now increased to about 9 seconds. Not sure if something happened to Callahan over the bump. He is cutting the gap back down, however. 8.1, but I think that gap has definitely extended. The 49 car running in P2. Number 7 car getting very loose at the back there, JP McKinley in P3. Morton. Ray Williams going over the jump. Quite a hefty gap to Alice Hughes. He has cut it down before. Might be able to do it again for that 3rd place. That spin though into T1. A couple of laps back couldn't have helped his efforts as he was on the back of Alice Hughes. Bryce Erickson's currently in a fight with Chaos Factor 5. Looks like that sort of stopped. Back to our leader, Kiki Mack, getting very close to the wall of that house. You would be a bit, in other words, miffed if someone, if you're sat late and not having tea. And the next thing you see is number 77 Celtic Bromance car come through your living room window. Still has advantages and disadvantages to living beside a racetrack. Here we go, over the jumps again. I believe that's number 15 car there of Holmes. Ahead, yeah it is, the Ambitions Racing number 15 BMW. It is there'll be 3 more times by over this lap. If this game counts up from 1, if it counts up from 0, it'll be 2 times by as Kiki Mack comes into the pits, takes a curve on the inside. Oh, this is going to let Chris Callahan through, maybe? No, he takes a slower line into the pits, really. And he comes. Does that mean JP McKinley is also going to come into the pits soon after? It could do. Kiki Mack will get out ahead, however. I think quite drastically ahead as well. Nope, JP McKinley stays out. Gets ahead of Callahan. Might get ahead of his teammate here. Let's see. Around the outside of T1. Yes, he does. So the lead has changed from Kiki Mack to JP McKinley. Not sure if McKinley has taken his pit stop yet. He could have. He might not have, however. Keep an eye on that one. And so our new leader, JP McKinley in P1 with Kiki Mack behind. Are the 2 drivers going to battle for the lead, or is JP McKinley still due to make a pit stop? The gap between McKinley and Callahan dropping down to 33 seconds. 30 seconds now. Oh, I think Callahan might have lost some time in the pit stop. I'm not sure if the server has it on, but I am aware that Project Cars 2 does have pit stop mistakes. Quite a controversial topic in sim racing, I think. Between do you want it to be more realistic and the ability for your pit crew to make a mistake and maybe lose your win, or you want them to be on the ball 100%, never making a mistake? It's entirely very interesting question. Adam Davies has gone round. Near the Burger Grill. Oh, that must have been very touchy there from Morton. Adam Davies down to P13. Kiki Mack on the back of his teammate JP McKinley. Callahan is quite heavily behind. Lap 18 out of 20 now. As they come up as well to Adam Bent, who's due to be lapped again. On both Celtic Bromance vehicles. And over the jump they all come. Kinley takes a bit more grass than his teammate does. I think that hasn't really paid off very well for him as Kiki Mack. Oh, is there a bit of contact there? Could have been. Kiki Mack having to trot back now, half a second. 6/10. As JP McKinley comes into the pits, Kiki Mack dives out of the way just to make sure there is no issues. Now the question is JP McKinley going to hold this position? Here we see Chris Callahan coming over the bridge onto the last straight. He could hold it on. It is very much a possibility. Out comes JP McKinley. Has the strategy formed the perfect 1-2 for the Celtic Bromance cars? I believe it could have. You can see him right in the background there. There's number 16 car. That is not Callahan. That is not the driver we are looking for. Callahan come across the line of start, lap 19. So that pit stop strategy there, I think actually forcing Callahan to pit as well, has played out beautifully for the Celtic Bromance drivers. JP McKinley getting a position up, so currently a 1-2 for Celtic Bromance. This will definitely be something they'll be very happy to see. Both Celtic Bromance drivers being in 1-2 as well, as per the last championship table I was being shown there. Chaos 5 getting a flash from Callahan, who I am very much expecting wants to get past. Adam Davies having gone around again, I believe, onto the bridge, never something good. Kev Straw on the back of Tobias Eriksson. Drops back a bit, not sure what that was for. Maybe just a bit unsure of trying to manoeuvre that. Here's the Kiki Mack coming into the downhill left right. Chaos 5 on the back of Morton now. Callahan coming through as well. There's a better... Oh, for Morton, that's probably not the greatest of places for a lapping to occur. That's really opened it up now for Chaos 5. Oh, Morton takes some wall there. That's going to slow him down. Another battle as well. Kev Straw against Tobias Eriksson. Eriksson defends the inside after tapping the wall. So on the last lap now comes Kiki Mack. Could be it. Chris Callahan within touching distance of JP McKinley. 1.2 seconds. He has this lap now to make it all up. Is he going to do it? Or is he going to have to settle for a P3? Very interesting. Chaos 5 on the back of Morton again. He's going to make a contending T1. No, he's not. Dip back into the slipstream. A look in T2. Almost a look. Oh, as there's a collision. Morton on Chaos 5. Morton ends all the way round. That opens up the door for Chaos to get through. Number 4 car there going past as well. Not sure if that's 4th position. No, doesn't look like it. Is that Morton out of the race? He is round. Believe it could be. Eriksson on the back of Sienna Viper. You can see our leader in there. Still on the back of Adam Davies is Tobias Eriksson. That's my next on the back of Kev Straw. Kev Straw. As Ericsson has taken some wall, so Davis now will be chasing down the back of Kev Straw in another McGann, I believe. Yep, another McGann for Kev Straw. With 21 McGann. We are watching Kiki Mack come through the last few corners. Over the jump we go for the final time tonight with Kiki Mack over one. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Into the bridge. Well, I'm here. I should definitely join the comms channel. Here we go. Through onto the last straight now. The final time tonight. And across the line for Kiki Mack to take the win here at the 20 laps of Bannochbrae. Let's see, his teammate is about 1.7 seconds clear of Chris Callahan. Somebody who's going to be pushing. Very hard to try and catch up, but it doesn't look like it's going to manage. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. There's no JP McKinley going to come across the line for P2, with Callahan coming across for P3. Alice Hughes looking to come across in P4. I'm not sure how it's going to stack up with time penalties. We'll have a look, as I saw a few drivers getting them today. Alice Hughes across the line P4 at this current moment in time. McRae Williams, someone I know who did get a time penalty, comes across P5 at the minute. Matt Webb, P6. And across the line he comes, P6. P7 for Andrew Whitehead in the BMW. One to watch today. Not sure if he's going to be happy with that performance. Seemed like he had a few issues into this race. Wait now for the last stack of drivers to come through. Watch as I forgot to unmute PC2 when I started. I'm hoping I didn't. So Byron Zimmerman going through into P8. I think the other drivers have all finished up. Alden hasn't yet, I don't think, as he's still taking some speed. Across the line comes Alden, P15. And now's left, Mark Holmes, I believe, is the last across the line. Yep, last across the line there, Mark Holmes. Well, I think they can agree that that was a very, very exciting race. So, Kiki Mack coming across in P1 with a 25-second time penalty, followed by JP McKinley with 6 seconds, Chris Callahan with 5 seconds, Alice Hughes, P4, P5, McRae Williams, P6, Matt Webb, P7, Andrew Whitehead, position 8, Byron Zimmerman, 9th was Adam Bent, 10th was Adam Davies, 11th, Kev Straw, 12th, Tobias Eriksson, 13th, Chaos Packs 5, 14th, Morton, 15th, Carl Alden, 16th was Mark Holmes, and that rounds off the finishing drivers. It doesn't show me the non-finishers. It's always fun. We will now open the floor for any drivers who partook in today's race as the PC2 music begins. Any drivers that partook in today's race to head on and come for an interview. Top 3. Oh, and they've all jumped it. Wow, that was quick.
Hello.
That was very quick. Hello. So, as I'll go down race finishing order, we'll start with you, Kiki. Good race, good finish. How did you find the track compared to the other circuits you guys race on?
I've only done this track once in the pre-season. We had a race here and I did a bit of practice today, but it's a good track. It's good fun. The jump is heartbreaking every time, or heart-wrenching every time. You're just there, just expecting to send it into the barrier. But yeah, it's a good, interesting track to race on, especially.
Yeah, you got quite clear of the issues that seem to have begun at the start of the race in P1. I'm guessing that was something you were watching out for, just to make sure you didn't get caught up in anything like that at the start of the race.
Yeah, definitely. Especially in touring cars, just staying out of the crashes is a good way to get a good finish. So unfortunately jumped the start, which made it a lot more difficult for myself than it needed to be. So I was just there, just trying to put as much gap as I can, just stay with Chris and try and finish third or second if I could. But Chris unfortunately had the wrong pit strategy on, so yeah, I feel sorry for Chris.
A lot of drivers took early pit stops. Some drivers sort of played it by ear. How did you? Were you planning to go in late, or was it just a sort of I've got the gap, let's get in now?
Yeah, it was definitely go late. Try and pull the gap so I could slot myself back in when I come out the pits in top 5 was preferable going into the race. But came out in second, I think, because Chris pitted the same lap as me, so I was right behind JP. He had to pit the next lap, so got the lead back then. So pitting late was definitely part of the plan.
All right, awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Because I have run out of questions.
No, it's just Chris. Pick your right pit strategy, man. You should have had that. I feel bad for you, but it was a good race for me and Chris. I enjoyed battling with you for the early stages.
Awesome, thank you, Kiki, mate. JP, how was your race? Coming out in P2 after spending most of it in P3, I believe.
Yeah, I'm exhausted to tell you the truth. I think for the first lap was a bit of a nightmare. Having little crashes with people, and then I ended up spinning it after the jump, and just trying to avoid people. Ended up crashing on the bridge after the jump, and then eventually tried to settle into a pace that I was comfortable. And then the next thing, McRae starts attacking from behind, and I was like, "Oh no, I can't do this for 20 laps." And but thankfully he managed. I think he pitted at lap 10 or 11, and I don't know what happened to him after that there, but that was the last I seen of him. And I noticed as well, like on lap 4, I think Alice put it pretty early, and I was expecting her because I knew from qualifying that she was pretty quick, and I'd seen her after like lap 10, she was like behind me and she was catching, and I was like, oh here we go, because I knew I still had the pit and I had like the time penalties as well. But yeah, and I kept trying to see if I could hold the gap to Kiki, but no, because I knew he had the 20-second time penalty, but that was just not going to happen. He was definitely faster than me here today. But yeah, I have to say, I feel really bad for Chris, because he was in the prime position to pick up the win, but that's really unfortunate for him.
And thank you, JP. And Chris, we'll come on to you. P3 after running P1 for sort of the start, battling with Kiki, dropping down to P2, then P3. Was it just wrong pit strategy, or was there something else?
Yeah, I thought I was going to. I saw so Kiki had the 25-second penalty, so I was like, do you know what? With that in hand, I may put front tires on just to play it really, really safe. I thought I'd selected the just front tires only, and it's put all 4 on. I'm sat like, oh no, because Kiki's stop was about 5 seconds. And then in qualifying, the gap was what, 0.001 as well. So kind of the bridesmaid tonight, but never mind. It's all part of it.
It's all part of it. Andrew Whitehead, one of the drivers I was told to watch today, being quite high up in the standings, having I think P7. Is that going to help your threes battle in the drivers' championship?
Yeah, I think I'm just above him by only about 5 or 6 points. This round's double, so I'm 4 places ahead. So yeah, I guess it sort of just helps me out for sure. And McRae scoring strongly, he'll climb up the ladder as well. But we're missing Finley tonight, so I don't know. Do I now jump him? I'm not sure.
We'll have to wait for the scores to come in. One for all 3 of you. I'll run through the order of Kiki, JP, and you again, Chris. Next race is at Dubai. Have you guys already started preparing for that one? Or
I did an endurance race in a GT3 or GTE the other week.
Yeah, GTE,
yeah. Yeah. So the track's fun. I enjoy the track, but yeah, it should be good fun in the touring cars around there.
It all depends on what time of day we do it, because I don't know if the front tires will last in the heat.
And I've never actually turned a wheel on it on the game yet, so want to
Oh
learn.
God.
But we've got a break. We've got a break next week, and then so
Alright.
a week or two to learn it. I think. If I'm
Yeah.
correct.
Week or two to get in and sort of get the setups built and such. I know nothing about the touring cars in this game. I'm not sure how adaptable they are with setups, to be fair. I'm guessing they're quite.
We're all on either loose or stable.
Just hop in and go.
Hey, that's how I race. Anyway,
I-
good job to you three for obviously finishing on the podium tonight. I'm going to end the stream there as I have now fully run out of questions. So from
alright.
me and Kiki Mac, JP McKinley, and Chris Callahan, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.